That's for Frank.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Frank Lang. I am a licensed practitioner here and a happy member of the Golden Gate Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you for coming to church on time. So, my pleasure to welcome you. Please take a moment, turn off your cell phones, and say hello to your neighbors. Okay. We have a great service for you today. Welcome back to Joyous. Right? Yay. The words to the morning chant will appear magically on the wall.
You know, a lot of the planning for the Sunday service happens midweek, and so this song was chosen before Friday. And I wonder how many of you got the connection of what child is this, and that 20 of our children, our Christ children, are in the realm of the angels now. So the prayer today will be for that. And yet one more thing as well. Our beloved Melanie Shoynton is near her own transition. And so I'll talk a little bit more about this. It is amazing to be with someone who is near the door of coming in and near the door of leaving this realm. And so the prayer today will be for Melanie as well. So if you will join me within and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we begin by knowing that the glory of the infinite life is all there is in this realm and in all realms. And to know that this infinite life that we call God or Spirit or Allah or many, many names is the life, the love, the creative force, the healing energy, the connecting energy that is in and through every single manifestation, every single thing that is made. Every single person that is made by the Maker, the one Maker. So I know that I am made by the Maker. I know that each person here is also made by the Maker. I know that the 26 people who perished in Connecticut on Friday at the Sandy Hook School were made by the Maker, as well as all of their families, as well as our own beloved Melanie Shoynton and Herb, and all of the lives who are touched by any of these lives. It's all the same life, the life of God. And so today, as we sit in our heart in the mystery of life and death, the mystery of immortality, the mystery of choices in life, our heart is tenderized by what we have seen and heard. And so I myself sit in my heart feeling all that there is to feel, and knowing that these powerful emotions of love and sadness serve to open my heart so that it can never, ever close again. And so I claim for each one here who says, me too, I'll do that. That each heart here is so tenderized and so opened by love and sadness that it never closes again. It never closes in punitive judgment. It never closes in destructive comparison. It never closes establishing an us and them atmosphere, but remains open to love. This I claim for myself with the power and the joy of knowing that I can make this choice. And I release this word into the divine law to help, to support me, and to create the answer to this prayer. And so it is. Amen. I think it's your turn now. Joyous and both.
Joyce and I were talking last week about what to sing today and what to do today, and he said, well, I wrote these words to this Christmas song, and so we ran it through a couple times and thought we'd sing it for you. You'll recognize the melody, but the words will be new. Joy is in the house. What do you say?
Resting deep in nature's tides, basking in her common sense, feeling we all live as one in the breath of innocence. We all like holidays, each in our own ways, sharing in the ones we love, sharing in the spirit. Greet those who come your way, share with them today. Don't keep love a secret, sharing in the spirit. Master plan, peace and happiness for every man. The Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness through all the land. Peace 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 through all the land.
Now is the time for the tradition of our Advent wreath, which we, the Advent wreath has been in the Christian tradition, the 4 Sundays before Christmas, to prepare oneself for the light of the Christ within. And we celebrate that along with an earthier celebration of the coming of the light, where 4 Sundays before Christmas, we celebrated the earth, anticipating the solstice, then the plants, and then today we have the animals. So we'll sing all verses, and beginning with one little candle, and the children are going to put animals on the altar.
One little candle lighted prepares to glow. 2 little candles lighted on a wreath. The plant lifts up its blossom cup. 3 little candles lighted on a wreath. The animals run to see the sun. 1 little candle lighted on the wreath. The earth below prepares to glow. 2 little candles lighted on a wreath. The plant lifts up its blossom cup. 3 little candles lighted on a wreath. The animals run to see the sun.
So we'll just bless the children and send them on their way to their wonderful lesson today. And if any of the children in the audience, I see several little ones in the audience, want to join this fun group, you're not too far away from your parents. You're welcome to do that.
And as they are moving into their classroom, our gratitude this morning is to Judy Bernhard and to the Youth and Family team for providing us with these incredible bookmarks. They're our holiday presents from the Youth and Family. So, thank you. Oh, these precious ones remind us of who we are, don't they? Just looking into their face, into their eyes, reminds us of the beautiful essence within our own being. And so how precious that is to be reminded. I'm Posey Lyon. I'm the practitioner of the morning. And I have the privilege of doing our announcements. And we are a happening community. We have Christmas Eve service and the solstice service coming up. And if you haven't experienced those, please give yourself the gift. And if you are coming to the solstice, come early because this center fills up and it's standing room only often, and you really want to have a seat for that. There are sign-ups if you want to be in service for either of those services over on near the giving tree, and there are flyers, one on the ed team table and one over there. The Christmas Eve service will actually be in the fireplace room in the Learning Center, but the solstice will be here. So, solstice here, Christmas Eve, Learning Center. Giving tree. Many of you have already brought your presents. You can see them starting to stack up near the tree. There are still gift cards, so if you would like to pay for one of those gift cards for gifts for the homeward bound families and children, see Sophie over there. Christmas dinner. The Austins have opened their house once again. The sign-up has mysteriously disappeared temporarily, so please talk to them if you are planning to come. What? Oh, no. You still have a lot of people who are wanting to come. And once again, Reverend Catherine Revoir will be holding her Intentions Play Shop. It's called Planting Your Seeds, an Intentions Play Shop for 2013. How many of you have been to one of her play shops? So it is a wonderful way to step into a new year, to plant deep and rich and empowering intentions for your year. And she uses both right brain and left brain activities, lots and lots of fun, and yet she also takes you deep. And this will be on Sunday, January 13th at the Learning Center, and there are sign-ups over here for that. And please, that's another gift to give yourself to deepen and enrich the coming year for yourself. I love that play shop myself. And we have our winter classes coming up. We have 4 classes to sign up for: Prosperity Plus and Change, and Foundations do not require any prior classes. The class that I will be teaching, which is Spiritual Practices, you must have taken either Foundations or Beyond Limits. And we'll be over at the Ed Team table after church, so if you have questions about that. And our own Francine will be teaching the Foundations class and telling you more about it.
Good morning. I am so privileged to be teaching Foundations starting January 24th. It's a Thursday evening and for 11 weeks. And so if you have never taken Foundations before and want to start, I really hope you'll join me. Maybe ask a friend or a buddy to experience it with you. Maybe consider it the best Christmas gift, New Year's gift you can give yourself, is to start on this path of learning. And even if you haven't taken it for a long time, several people have expressed interest in taking it again because it is a big experience. And my promise to you is that I am going to put my all into this class and guarantee a life-changing experience for each and every person. So I hope you'll join me. Thank you.
And I have an announcement about Melanie. For those of you who were not here for the opening prayer, our precious Melanie is near her transition. And so the family is requesting that you do not make phone calls. They would love to have you write Melanie a note. And you can also email Melanie with something in the subject line that says prayers for Melanie or something like that, because it's that time of slowing down and quieting. And so Herb and Melanie, who is just as sharp as ever, have asked that that be the way that you love them now. So I now would like to welcome everyone who is here for the first time, or if you haven't been here very much, or if you haven't been here recently, a special welcome to you, and happy holidays, and thank you for being a part of our community. So, moving into this talk, which also was all planned before Friday. The title of the talk is A Whole New World, and interestingly, the word of transformation is birth. And I originally chose the title and the word to bring us into the time of solstice, which is a rebirth for us all, and that still holds. But because of the events of the week, I also am moved to, I guess I need this for myself. And so both transitions from our real home, the spirit realm, the transition of birth where we come here, and then the transition known as death where we go back home, is fraught with mystery and fear and wonder and love and all of those things. And so the deaths in Connecticut have caused me and many of the people that I have talked to immense sadness. And perhaps you are feeling that as well. And perhaps you are sad for another reason. And if you aren't, if you are feeling pretty darn good about life, I would ask you to sit in that open heart that I prayed into in the opening prayer and help the rest of us. Because this is a time when spiritual family is immensely, immensely important. And we can't really let go of anything and move into the birth of a new way of being until we fully experience what's right in front of us. And so, for the pain of the children and the adults that died in Connecticut, the pain that you might be feeling about anything else in your life, or you open-hearted, wonderful people that are feeling fine, that are helping the rest of us. What I would ask you now is to turn to the person next to you and to say, I'm sorry for your pain. So, I don't know about you, but being with our spiritual family, and I see embraces happening now, and hearts opening, and you know when your eyes leak, your heart opens. So it's a good thing. So many of us are experiencing pain and shock from Friday, and searching for explanations, and looking for ways to prevent this in the future. And I have... the last time this happened, I was not so into Facebook as I am now. And so I was looking for wisdom on Facebook, and actually found quite a bit of it. But I also found a whole lot about conditions, about gun control and mental illness, and condemning the shooter, and condemning the mother, and condemning the right, and condemning the left. And so what I... kind of went like this when I read the news and listened to it and read Facebook, is I was looking for spiritual truth. I was looking for a relief from my pain, and I was looking for a way back to faith. I wonder if you would like those three things. That's what I worked on for myself, and that's what this talk is now about. So because this talk was made, after Friday, there's no PowerPoint, but I'll describe to you what the PowerPoint would be, and then I will include it in the letter that I send out. And so once again, if you don't get the recap letter that I send out every Tuesday, you can go on our website and just click subscribe, and you're just informed. You're not sold anything or anything like that. You're informed. So first of all, I was searching for spiritual truth. So that's my first goal, searching for spiritual truth. And in order to examine spiritual truth, we usually have a principle and a practice. So that's what I'm going to go through 3 times today. So first of all, the spiritual principle that I want to talk about is oneness. Because we'll never heal if we go like this. I'm not that. I'm not them. We are living the same divine one life. So oneness is the principle, and the practice is inclusivity. Just going like this and then like this. Inclusivity. So one of the great pieces of wisdom that I found on Facebook came from a minister in our movement, Reverend David Alt, who, by the way, you are going to be blessed with in March. He is coming here to talk. He's fabulous. He has the Atlanta church, and this is part of what he wrote on Facebook. There is no their children. It's our children. There is no their mental illness. It's our mental illness. This is not isolated. This is another effect of a long-standing cause. Separation of any kind is the ogre we all continue to feed, whether it is Christians thinking they are righteously superior over Muslims, or the Muslims over the Christians. It is Israel and Palestine. It is gay and straight, black and white, even men and women. It is you against me and me against you. We must accept that each and every breathing soul is equally valuable, or we're all pulling triggers. Legislation alone will never repair what is broken if we first do not repair the thoughts about one another that brought us to the banks of this bitter river. Our condolences must be accompanied by our forgiveness towards everyone and to ourselves. That's the absolute truth. That is the healing that is being called for. The inclusivity by saying it's just us here. And that's why I began with us looking into each other's eyes and saying, I'm sorry for your pain, because it is about our pain, just as it is about our healing. So 26 of us were gunned down on Friday, and one of us pulled the trigger. And now all of us mourn. And so we must start here in this big, messy family to sort out what would help us re-sew the fabric of our lives together. And so what I prayed into in the opening prayer, I want to say again that we can't say anymore, well, those people should just blah, blah, blah. Or we can't say, I would never do that, and make that separation. It seems to feel better if we can do that I'm not them, I don't do that, that's not me. But actually, the separation is the cause of long-standing wars and conflicts of all kinds. So if you would say with me, I am one with all my brothers and sisters. I am one with all my brothers and sisters. So, interesting that was not what someone wanted to hear. That inclusivity is the only path to peace. We will not have peace if we are at war with another person or another group. We never will. It's all us here. So the next thing that I wanted to have some spiritual principle, and I'm convinced that's the spiritual principle that we're working with. Then I wanted some relief from the pain. I'm a naturally joyful person. I wanted to move into that joy again. So in order to have relief from pain, the spiritual principle is joy. And the practice is pretty interesting. The practice is persevering in our work. Okay? It's that we can't just say, all right, this is done. We're feeling the pain. We want to move to the reality of joy. Joy is a quality of spirit. And in order to move into the joy, we persevere in our work. I found this wonderful quote from the Talmud, I believe also on Facebook, actually. The Talmud is the ancient Jewish writings that make up the basis of all Jewish law. And in the Talmud, it is written, "Do not be daunted by the enormity of the world's grief. Do justly now. Love mercy now. You are not obligated to finish the work, but neither are you free to abandon it." Now that's kind of a relief, isn't it? It gives us a map. You're not obligated to finish the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. So what is our work as religious scientists and as members of the Centers for Spiritual Living? Our work, I believe, is to be responsible for our own consciousness. That's our own thoughts and beliefs, and what we put into the world through our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. So we have a vision in this community. I don't often say it, but boy, I'm saying it today. The vision of this community is a world living in love, one heart and thought at a time. That is the vision that we hold. You are told that when you become members. And I am remiss for not saying it over and over and over and over again and keeping it in the forefront of our mind. This is what we come here for. We come here to help create a world living in love, one heart and one thought at a time. So if we are all with our broken open hearts now, that's a piece of it. As our hearts are broken open, never again to close in negative judgment, then we are contributing to a world living in love, our heart, at this time. So, we put love and healing compassion, and we act for something, and we keep our energy going there. We participate, in this world, we actually have to participate in behaviors that other people fight over. We all participate, hopefully, in the political process. We hopefully all voted. We maybe sign petitions. We pay our bills, and we like that we have to pay some bills, and maybe we don't like it, but we believe in some of the bills, and we don't believe in some of the other bills. We attend a particular religious service, knowing that there are many other religious services going on, and we keep company with some people, and we don't keep company with other people. That's all part of the behavior that we participate in, but you don't have to be against something just because you don't choose it. You can choose this thing, and all the other things that other people choose, you do not have to be against. You may be really, really on one side of gun control, and there are wise people on the other side of gun control with points that are relevant. Same thing for abortion, same thing for any of those political hot topics. You've got your opinion, and other people have their opinion, and you don't have to put energy out against what you don't choose. Just like we focus on our pain long enough to identify it, bring it into our consciousness so we can heal it, but we don't need to stay there and wallow in it over and over and over again and talk about how awful it is and awful it is and awful it is. We turn to the love. We turn to what it is that we choose. So right now, in order to do this practice, I would like you to bring into your awareness something that you deeply love. Something that brings you great joy. And I want you to let the joy come up. You can make this choice. You can go back to being sad in a minute, but now, this is a practice. I want you to bring the joy up because of what you love or who you love, and feel the gratitude, the joy, the overwhelming thank you, God, that this is in your life. And now I want you to turn to that same person and say to them, I am so glad for your joy. Good. Now you see, people are still crying, but you feel, and because our hearts are still open, but feel the difference. This is the practice. So what we've done so far, if we were on PowerPoint, it would look like this. We're searching for spiritual truth. The spiritual truth we're working with is oneness. And the practice that we use is inclusivity. Then we wanted a relief from pain, moving into the spiritual principle of joy, and the practice was persevere in our work. And now the last thing that I wanted to do for myself, and you seem to want to do also, is to find our faith again. And interestingly enough, for me, the principle and the practice are the same, and that's love. There is a principle that the Maker is always giving us because the Maker loves us. And the practice is in our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Because love is the universal healer and restorer and lifter up. And when we give our love, and you can sit there right now and radiate love beside you, in front of you, and behind you. Radiate love. And when you do that, and I can see these ripples going now, when you do that, you are surrounded in love. You are allowing, again, your open heart, because there's that pump from the infinite presence that just goes love, 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 more love, from the unformed beyond right through our heart into the world. And as we radiate that love, we are surrounded by it. So miracles happen. And pain serves, again, to tenderize our hearts so that we can love more. And so when we look at the vast array of human behavior, the life-enhancing and the life-draining, and we look at the choices that we have made, and because it's just us here, we can all admit we have made some life-draining choices, and we have made some life-affirming choices. And because I want to live the vision of this community, creating a world living in love, one heart and one thought at a time, I want the world to be better because I have lived in it. And so I saved this best for last. When I visited Melanie this week, she was lying flat. She hasn't come downstairs in a couple of weeks. I think lying flat is the most comfortable for her. And she was radiating peace and love. There was nothing that we couldn't talk about. And Herb was right there and patting her arm and saying, "Sweetie, we'll just do it just the way you want it." We talked about where the memorial service was going to happen. And then Herb left, and I told Melanie, I said, "You know, you are a magnificent being. The world is better because you have lived in it. Our community is better because you have served here. And I am better because you are in my life." And she just nodded because she knew the truth. There's no greater beam of love than Melanie. She's one of the reasons that I'm here. And she served this community for years and years and years in heart to heart. And the service made her transparently radiant. And so now nothing happens around her but love. And so we all share the experience of birth. You were all born. And we all will share the experience of death. It's what we do here. And it's all just us. We all do it here. And so that time in the middle is so precious on this earth plane. And when we look at all of the places that our love is needed, when we look at all of the places and people that can be healed and uplifted by our love, why would we ever hold back? What possible judgment could there be? Oh, thank you. What possible judgment could there be that would justify us holding back our love. There is none. There is none. And so to see Melanie in her place of a limited number of sunrises is to see love in form. All else falls away. And I want to strive to be such a person that's what people see in me. Not only as I near the doorway, but all the time. And I would say that everything that happened this week points me to that. All of the sadness, and all of the grief, and all of the tenderizing of what I have experienced points me to my desire to be love incarnate. So, 3 minutes on what the talk was going to be about. The talk was going to be about the winter solstice and the Mayan influence. On December 21st, according to the Mayans, we are ending a 5,125-year cycle. We're not ending the world. Actually, 5,125 years seems like a long time to us, but to the Mayans, who have a concept of time that is 16 billion years long, 5,125 years is just one beginning and ending, or one ending and one beginning, because the view of the Mayan worldview is cycles ending and beginning, long cycles, short cycles, always rolling. Now, the neat thing about this grand cycle that is ending is that there is a lot of energy around this ending, and a lot of push in the consciousness of humanity for a big shift. And that is what the solstice celebration is going to be about. But I want to say here, this little piece is not in the solstice. I'm bringing this to you here. That one of the Mayan elders that I've used as a source says that we are moving from the fourth sun to the fifth sun. The fourth sun, this 5,125-year cycle that we have are completing, is materialistic and competitive. And we are moving to the fifth sun, and this is a quote, where we will be using opposites to unify in balance, not divide in disagreement. This is the energy that we are moving into. I'll say that again. Using opposites to unify in balance, not in divide in disagreement. That is oneness, joy, and a world living in love. One heart and one thought at a time. To conclude today, Bodhi is going to play, and I am going to read the lyrics of a song that Karen Drucker wrote for the 9/11 occurrence. And it is as poignant today as it was then. I'll light a candle in your memory, though I don't know who you are. When I think about your family, I will wish upon a star. And I pray that they'll find peace someday. I pray they'll make it through. I'll light a candle in your memory to honor you. I'll light a candle for America. May we feel peace inside. we'll hold each other closer and wipe the tears we've cried. I pray we'll bind together. I pray that we'll pull through. I'll light a candle for America to honor you. I'll light a candle for humanity, for the good that's yet to come, as we overlook our differences and join now as one. I pray we'll come out stronger in this world I'm dreaming of. I'll light a candle for humanity, to be a world living in love. Blessed be.
Joyous. Down from Portland, yeah.
So now is the time for our tithes and offerings. This is Gail Durkin, who's coming up here with me. Gail is going to be our new president come March. And so we have a little bit to share with you about the financial well-being of our community.
So the Core Council met this last Wednesday, and with reviewing our financial statements for the year, there's been a steady decline in our income starting in the third quarter. We were doing really well, living in the black until the third quarter, when we started to drop in pledges and Sunday offerings.
So this is actually really remarkable that our money did not decline through the summer, which is the usual time of decline. But as we have drawn to the end of the year, most people are so conscientious about their pledge. And if they have to change their pledge, they tell us. But several people have had to tell us that they needed to reduce their pledge.
We thought we could do that for a month or two, but now we're in the third month, and now we're just short of $18,000 of our budget.
And we really, really want to finish the year in the black. In fact, Katrina, who is our current president, at the Core Council meeting, she was saying she would be really annoyed with all of the work that all of us have done, the community and the Core Council, if we ended up in the red.
So, as good stewards for our community, we wanted to let you know where we stand. And with this being the end of the year, it's a good time to make contributions for tax write-offs. So it would be a win-win if you would consider making a donation over and above what you usually contribute, and it would be good for our community.
So if you pay taxes, you know that charitable contributions are I don't know the exact words, but it's good. It's good if you want your the income that you, or the money that you would normally pay to the federal government, if you would like it to go to the vision of a world living in love, if you give it to your community, you will accomplish that. So how great is that?
So if you're like me, and I love coming to Sunday service to hear the message like today, to get my heart wide open, and to be with all of you, to be with the community, and all of you that are on the internet and seeing us on live TV, that's a great service that we provide, I know that I feel uplifted. I know I'm enriched. And I know that the principles of Science of Mind have changed my life and enriched my life. So won't you consider digging a little bit deeper in your pocket or in your wallets or in your purses and support our minister and all that you do.
And you.
And what we do and all the services that Golden Gate provides.
And if you would like to think about this and go home and kind of look at your financial situation and give us a year-end gift, if you could just have it in the office by December 31st, then it'll do all that good, stuff that I talked about giving your money to what you believe in.
For you and for us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. So would the ushers please get ready, and whatever you give, and I want to thank you for being a generous community and supporting all of you and all of us in this work together. Just hold your gift next to your heart and infuse it with all of the power and the vision of a world living in love, one heart, one thought at a time. And here we go with the truth. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world.
shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine so bright.
So I bless this offering here today and all of the great work that it does in this community and beyond. Blessed be. All right, darlings. So I'd like to invite the practitioners to come forward as we prepare to close out the service. And if the other practitioners would surround the room so that you can create a wonderful container for us. I have one more announcement about a wonderful practitioner of ours, this little sweet thing, who has been, how long have you been a practitioner here?
6 years.
6 years. Robin Dubois has assisted in the practitioner classes. She's been on the core council, and she has served the community in so many ways. And she lives in Glen Ellen, and with her work, it is she wants to be able to contribute more to her spiritual community than she feels she can by staying here. So she is transferring her license to those lucky people in Santa Rosa who will love and honor her. So would you please give Robin a lot of love right now?
I love you. I'm sad.
So hopefully Bodie will invite her back to sing.
All the little birds go tweet, 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 walking wobbin', walking wobbin'.
Oh. So I invite you, if you wish, to close your eyes, go within, to feel, sense, know with me that there is only one life, one unconditional love and immutable law that lives and moves and has its being in me and in each one in this room. That presence, that is the essence of oneness. It is all there is. It is that which I am and each one in this room is. Inseparable from any part of any one of us. There's only one. And when each of us looked into the eyes of another in this room to feel each other's pain and joy, it was the one looking back at itself. And so I claim for myself and each one in this room that opening to feel, to sense, to be, to experience that oneness, that inclusivity, that joy, that perseverance, that faith, and that love that was so beautifully spoken of today and cemented in our hearts in the beautiful music of Bodhi and Joyous. And so I claim for each one to allow that love, that light to fill and spill out forth from each one of us, so that each of us goes forth as that loving light, that loving presence, that oneness and joy that has the power to heal everyone on this earth and beyond. I'm so grateful for all the ways that each one of us is being lifted up into that experience of oneness and love and joy and faith. And so I release this word to the activity of the law, knowing the law knows what to do, how to do it. It is working perfectly as this word, as I let it go. I let it be. And so it is. Blessed be. Amen.
So I'll see you at the solstice. And please stand, everyone, now for our affirmation and closing song. Right up here. I let go of anything in my life that is limiting, separating, harsh, or materialistic. I support the birth of a new world which is filled with light, simplicity, unity, and open-heartedness. Heaven on earth is the realm in which I live, powerful, loving, and peaceful.